Okay, we've relief for the ball in the general area from an abnormal course condition, which is temporary water, ground under repair, immovable obstructions, animal holes. Animal holes is different because it's not a burrowing animal anymore. Where I say it's coming from a rabbit, and you say it's from a hare, and a hare is the burrowing animal, and then I said, you said. So it's just animal holes now. And the interesting one of this is, it's, so you're where to drop. You can drop the ball without penalty. This is probably one of the big things. We now work off a reference point for all drops, okay? And the reference point for free relief is the nearest point of complete relief in the general area. So, we'll get the next one, it'll be here. You have one club length, it must be in the general area, it must not be nearer the hole in the reference point, you must take complete relief, in other words, for stance and swing. And it's the nearest point to complete relief, not the nicest. Okay, we've covered the club length. I'll come back to it if you want in a second. So this is a good example. So this is an abnormal ground condition. It could be something done at maintenance works. It could be temporary water. It could be wherever. So in this example, the nearest point of complete relief is here, which we call our reference point. It just happens to be behind it. It doesn't always have to be behind it. It's just the nearest point of complete relief. So from there, we have one club length at either side, no nearer the hole, and you have the circumference of that as your relief area. Probably the biggest difference now, apart from dropping at knee height, which I'll have a slide for, is that your ball must come to rest in that area. The two club lengths that the ball could roll before is gone. And that's tied in with dropping it from a lower height, that the ball shouldn't roll as far. Okay? So you must drop. And I think what everyone needs to do is, if they're taking relief, is you need to mark the reference point. If you put down a T or something at the reference point, well then you know, if somebody questions you about it not being right, at least if you put your reference point down, you can pull out your driver and you can say, yeah, it's within that distance. So that's probably the main change. One of the main changes is that your ball can roll two club lengths, come to rest out here like before, and it was in play. So this is just a different example. It could be a path bridge, or it could be anything, but it's the normal ground condition. And basically, this was the nearest point of complete relief for a right-handed player. Obviously, this guy is right-handed too, depending on where the ball was. I mean, a left-handed player, it's the same as before. That relief as to where you go is the same as before. The only difference is, it was one club length before as well, but it cannot roll two club lengths. It must stay in that relief area.